Hello, hello, beautiful souls. I see people starting to just pop on. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Sonia, Cindy, Jess. So glad to see y'all on this. What is today? Monday afternoon. We'll see how many people we got. It's kind of early in the day. I know a lot of mediums go live like late at night, but I'm in bed by then. I get up early, go to bed early. Yeah. When we go out to eat, I'm always I like to go out to eat early. Like friends will say, meet me for dinner 7 p.m. I was like, you kidding me? 7 p.m. is like pajama time for me. Who's with me? Like, who likes to go out to eat at 5 o'clock and be home in their pajamas by 7? Good afternoon, Casey. Hi, Marla. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing really well. I feel well. Scans keep saying, right, Phoenix? I'm going to be home early. Scans keep saying that I should not be feeling well, but I feel well, so screw the scans, right? Who can be bothered with what scans are saying? I feel good. Have another set. And oh, hi, Cindy. So glad you're back. So glad you're back. Okay, so I don't charge for readings on my lives. Thank you, Marla. You can only pay for readings on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. I did go in and try to unblock some time. I'm trying to like condense things and meetings so that I can then. Are you a Swiftie? What's a Swiftie? What is that? I don't know. Aw, thank you, Kelsey. Thank you. Are you a Swiftie? Do you know what a Swiftie is? Taylor Swift fan. Thank you. Look at Cindy making me all like hip and know what the new terms are. I had no idea. I can do card readings. I mean, I do. Every once in a while I do card readings. When I do card readings, I mean, it's funny. Okay, so whenever I do card readings, this is my deal, is because I'm so intuitive, people will say, and I take cards with me just whatever I go, because sometimes people they just want to see you look at the cards. But this is funny because I'll be laying down the cards. I'm not even looking at the cards. I'm just reading intuitively. People are like, oh yeah, how did you know that? How did you know that the cards tell you? Sure, the cards told me. Oh, okay. Are y'all ready to get started? You want to do spirit led, or do you want me to do? Look at my hair. Look at y'all. I got wild hair today. Y'all excuse this wild hair. Leah, cover it up with the heart. Cover up my wild hair with the heart. I love that. Okay, someone said let's start with spirit led. I said, y'all want to do spirit led? And someone said yes. So, yes, I do talk to angels quite a bit. Someone just asked me about angels. I actually started, like, angels were the first beings I ever read. They weren't just, that's right. The higher the hair, the closer to Jesus. You preach it. Preach it, Kelsey. That's right. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. I have a gentleman stepping up. I'm hearing Uncle Mark. Okay, so we have this M name. I'm hearing Mark, but if you were like Matthew or something, all right. Mark is showing me, I asked him how old, before I could even say, I was about to ask him that he drove an 18-wheeler. He had dark hair. All right, so if this gentleman fits you, and he was right off the gate, I hope all spirits are like this today. They are yes. Okay, Ostegard has already said yes. So Ostegard, are you saying that this is your person? I will repeat, but okay, Ostegard, I'm going to invite you to go live.
And she said yes, she is going this way.
So we're going to ask her to go live. Oh, she's accepting. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Very good. Where are you located?
I'm in New Rochelle, New York.
Where are you, New York?
New Rochelle.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but I know where New York is.
Yeah, New York City. It's close to the Bronx.
Oh, you're a
Okay.
Bronx girl.
Kind of. Yeah.
Oh, she's close.
She says close. You're like, I'm not completely owning that. I'm close to the Bronx, but I'm not going to completely own that. I don't
Yeah.
know. I always think of Bronx people. I've never been there, but I always think of Bronx people as being completely badass.
Yes, they are. That's the reason why I don't live there.
Oh my goodness, I love that. All right. So now, who is this person to you?
It's a person that I just met a couple of months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and we start talking, getting very close, and now this person acting like the opposite. Like I don't know what are the person real intentions with me, but I feel like I've been played.
Okay, I'm going to back up for just a moment and then I'll ask you a question. I was bringing up a spirit and I was describing a spirit, and then I was telling people to put yes in the comments if they claim the spirit. And you had put yes. So I was assuming you were claiming the spirit, but you're not. You're not claiming the spirit. You just want your question asked.
Yes.
Okay, so for everyone listening, I'm going to answer her question. It's a good one, and I do have an answer for her, but I want everyone to keep in mind that we have a spirit up for grabs, and I will come back and describe that in a moment. Okay, so now what I'm hearing is that the gentleman that you're talking about is not who he says he is. It's like he has a double life.
Mhm.
You were already feeling that, weren't you?
Yes, pretty
Mm-hmm.
much.
Yes. And I think this is actually a great question for everyone watching. So is your name Ostergaard? Is that your name?
No, Heidi. Heidy.
Heidi. Okay. So Heidi is talking about she was communicating with a gentleman, and she didn't say this, but tapping into her, I'm feeling that you always felt something was off. Like you wanted to believe what he was saying, but you felt something was off. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now, for everyone watching, this comes to me a lot on lives in my life coaching, where you want to believe what people are saying, but something in your solar plexus is just saying this. No, it's not right. He actually feels like the gentleman that you're talking about, Heidi, specifically feels like he has a double life.
Yeah, probably.
Thank y'all for the crown. Someone just gave me a crown. And I do want to say I would not be surprised if this gentleman doesn't already have a family and someone he is seeing. He just feels like I'm hearing the words that was dropping in as I was talking to you was double agent. Double agent just means that that's just my
Yeah.
word as a medium for he's living a double life.
Ooh.
But this also tells me that you are extremely intuitive, and to please start owning that. Now you are you weren't born and raised in America?
No, not really, but since I was 11, I've been here.
Yes, but you have energy that comes from a country that feels like it's more connected to Earth. So if you think about America, Americans are very much about, and no one shoot me because I know I have a crap ton of Americans. I'm an American myself. I love America. Don't get me wrong. I don't even like leaving the lower 48. With that being said, there are some countries who are more in tune to their environment and more in tune to the spiritual world than Americans are. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So you come from a country that is more in tune with the spirits and more in tune with Mother Earth.
Yes.
So make sure you are honoring that and you are being very grounded. I know you said you live in New York. There's got to be some parks around where you can go and really commune with Mother Earth. But I'm hearing that you really need to do that. Honor your heritage. You have a huge heritage when it comes to the divine feminine and hearing from the other side. So make sure you're honoring that.
Yes, thank you.
Of
Appreciate it.
course. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day.
Oh, you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. So now back to the spirit we were talking about. I have a spirit here who is I'm hearing Mark. I'm actually hearing Uncle Mark. That's right, Cheryl. All right, back to Uncle Mark, right? Okay, he was in his 50s when he passed. He died from an accident. He is saying that he's showing me an 18-wheeler, so I'm assuming that he drove an 18-wheeler. He had dark hair. He, oh, this was other information. All right. Did I say anything else about him? What else did I say about him? Do I ever hear from animals? All the time. I usually only read animals when it comes to my one-on-ones. I try to leave my lives for the humans, unless I just happen to be reading someone and an animal pops up. Thank you for liking my live. Thank you for sharing it. I appreciate y'all. And is anyone claiming this Mark gentleman who passed in his 50s of an accident? He drove an 18-wheeler. He had dark hair. Also, I'm hearing that he was Italian. Not straight from Italy Italian, but, you know, I don't know what it is about Italians that have been in America for like a ton of generations. I have to laugh. I have a friend who's just always saying, I'm Italian. No, you're American. I mean, that's what you are. So just know that this gentleman is very much going back to his Italian heritage. He actually sounds like he's from the Bronx, from the East Coast. All right, doesn't look like anyone's going to claim him, so we'll move on. I will hold him. Just know that I will keep bringing him up until he's claimed, and I love it when that happens. Someone just invited me to go live. I love their name. Okay, who you got for me?
Vanessa's dad, Reggie.
Vanessa, your dad, Reggie. So, Vanessa, if you are in the house, please listen up, confirm or deny the information. This is how this works. Whenever I bring up a spirit, I ask you to confirm or deny, just because, hi, Lisa, hello. Just because I'm calling up that spirit doesn't mean who it is. And I haven't seen Vanessa in the house here.
Not for a minute.
Vanessa has not confirmed her that she's still in the live, so we might have a spirit up for grabs. Okay. The gentleman stepping up is showing me that he loved music. And he played in a band. I don't think it feels like a side gig, but he loved music. That was his passion. He had a job, but his passion was music, and he did play in a band. Drums is what he is showing me. Reggie is showing me he had dark hair.
Reggie.
Well, that's who. I don't feel like it's Reggie, but that's who you told me to bring up. I do not feel like it's Reggie, actually.
I haven't seen Vanessa.
Hello, Bree. I'm doing well. Thank you. All right. I think we do have another. I'm Vanessa here, but that's not my dad. Okay. Very good. She is here. I didn't feel like it was Reggie.
I'm glad you're still here, though.
I'm glad you're still here. Okay, I was seeing if there was someone behind this gentleman I was bringing up so I could give you a little sneak peek to see if we could get your Reggie up next. The gentleman who is behind the one who is playing the drums, listen up, Vanessa, if it fits your dad at all, please say yes and hang tight. As this gentleman is showing me that he wasn't someone who did a lot of small talk. He was actually rather quiet, but when he spoke, he expected people to listen. He didn't have a lot of patience for stupidity, is what he is saying. He also liked to work on vehicles, but it wasn't really about him working on vehicles. It was about, that was how he didn't call it this, but that's how he got out of the chaos of the world. That's how he kind of got his brain to quiet down, was when he was concentrating on fixing something. All right, Vanessa, if that sounds like your dad, please put yes or no in the comments. And if it's yes, please hang tight. Okay. So the person I have, she's saying no. Okay. The first person I have, looks like we're going to be doing just a bunch of spirit led today.
Been there before.
Yeah, been there before. This gentleman who stepped up, who is showing me that he liked to play drums. It was not his real job, but he did like drums. He had dark hair. He was mixed race of because I almost called him black, and he said he wasn't. But he had darker skin and darker hair. But he is acknowledging that he was of mixed heritage. He is also. Oh, wait a minute.
Interesting. Bridget.
My boyfriend.
My boyfriend, his name was AJ. He died in a head-on collision with a semi and liked to work on trucks.
Okay, so Bridget, that sounds a lot like the spirit I was trying to give away earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an M name around your boyfriend? Because that sounds a lot like the spirit I was trying to give away earlier. If there is an M name around your boyfriend, please put it in the comments and I'm going to come back to you. All right, so the spirit that we're trying to give away is letting me know he was of mixed descent. He loved music. He played the drums. That was not his permanent gig, but he certainly would have wanted it too. He's also showing me that he was into the whole drug scene. Oh, very good. Very good. Bridget, I think that the spirit I was trying to give away earlier is with you. Hang tight. After I'm finished with this one, I will go back to him. Can she go live?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No. Okay. I was trying, this gentleman that I'm currently reading has an R name around him. I want to call him Ronnie. Okay, so we have a gentleman here that has an R name. It sounds like Ronnie. He liked to play the drums. He is showing me that he was of mixed descent. He had dark hair and beautiful skin, like just this beautiful complexion he had going on. This smile, glistening smile. He was into the drug scene, and that is what caused his passing. It was not on purpose, but he is very much acknowledging that it was an accident. It was an accident. So that tells me when spirits step up and they're instant, like it was an accident, it was an accident, that tells me that some people thought it wasn't an accident. All right. So while people are mulling that over, I am going to go back and, what was her name?
Bridget.
Bridget. Miss Bridget. Her boyfriend.
Correct.
Collision. So I said he was showing me the semi truck, and she was saying her, and he liked to work on trucks and all of those things. So she confirmed everything that I had said, and it was her boyfriend. You know what he is saying, Bridget, is that you must have been afraid that he was scared, because he is showing me that he didn't have time to be scared. It's like he saw the truck, but it was like, saw the truck. You were very good. When spirits step up and they start answering questions that I haven't asked yet, and it's just kind of, I feel like random information, I know that it is a question that you have had. And Bridget is confirming that she was wondering if he was scared, because he instantly stepped up and he was giving me, I'm sorry, there was a weird noise in our house. And my moderator are the only ones home. So he was showing me that he saw the semi and boom, he was hit. He didn't even have time to be scared. Bridget, he is very much talking about, he just makes me want to smile, because he's talking about he loved your laugh and how his laugh went to your eyes. Your eyes would just sparkle whenever you were laughing. He is very much saying that you don't laugh enough, and he wants you to find joy in life again. My moderator is walking around the house trying to figure out what that noise was. Oh my goodness. So very good. Whenever I give information, so just as a medium, I know why spirit is giving me information. And so I knew that he was talking about how much he loved her laughter and how much he loved how her eyes would sparkle when she laughed, that is something he would have said to her. And she confirmed it. She said, OMG, he always said that. Spirits will tell me things that they would have said to you. It's confirmation of who I have, and it brings back good memories, because I know right now I can just feel into Bridget. I feel like she's also tearing up, but she's also smiling. She's smiling through the tears because that's a beautiful memory for her. She can hear him saying that to her. He's also saying, oh, Bridget said she is. This is spirit-led, Melissa. This is a spirit-led reading. I had pulled the spirit up, and it belongs to Bridget. He's also telling me someone around you, Bridget, has had knocking pipes. You know how when you turn plumbing on, sometimes something to do with the pressure, your pipes will knock. He is acknowledging that someone around you has had knocking pipes. Now, is he making it do that? Yes, Bridget is confirming someone has. No, he is not making them do that. It's a sign that he is around you. Again, I don't let spirit step up and say, tell them I'm around them. That is way too general. They have to prove it. And your boyfriend has done an excellent job today of proving that he is around you. He's also acknowledging that if y'all had not talked about it, you both had in your head planned on a future together, and he wants to acknowledge that with you. You were not just dreaming that you had those thoughts. He also had those thoughts. Y'all might not have talked about it, but in both of your heads, y'all had envisioned a future together. Oh, we did. You had just gotten engaged. Very good. He was showing me a beautiful ring, but I wasn't sure if he'd given it to you yet. Thank you, Bridget, for confirming that. He's talking about what beautiful babies y'all would have made together. Oh my gosh. No, not yet. Okay, very good. You had the ring, but you had not gotten engaged yet. Very good. He's talking about what beautiful babies y'all would have made together. Oh my goodness. He's being a little bit naughty here, Miss Bridget, because he's talking about what beautiful babies y'all would have made together. Yeah. And he said, and we would have had fun practicing too. So we're gonna leave it at that. We're not going any further with that. Thank you, Bridget, for letting me read your boyfriend, for claiming him. He did an excellent job of proving who he is. All right. What were we doing? Oh, yes, I have this. Thank you for claiming that spirit. Our next spirit-led one was I'm going to recap information I had gotten right before we went to the spirit. There is a gentleman, I'm hearing our name around him. It seems like Ronnie. This gentleman is confirming he had dark hair and a just beautiful complexion, but he was saying he was of mixed race. He was a drummer. He didn't make a good living at drumming, but he was hoping to. He is also showing me that he was into the whole drug scene, and that is what caused his demise, but it was not on purpose. It was an accident. Does this gentleman sound familiar to anyone? Thank you, Melissa. I've been going live a bit lately, but I'm glad you caught me today. Thank you. I am feeling very well. And we were just talking about that earlier. Scans are not my friends right now, but that's okay. I'm feeling good. That's what matters, right? All right. I do not see anyone who is. Thank you, South Florida. Thank you. I do not see anyone claiming the spirit yet, so we will hang tight and see what we got going on. Okay, so Dominique was talking about she had a friend that passed from a heroin overdose, but did everything else fit? Does he have an R name around him? Or was his name an R name? Was he dark complected? Was he mixed race? And did he play drums? It has to all fit. It sounds like a friend I had in high school. Can you repeat? I can repeat. I will repeat. Okay. So if you think it is your person, just put yes in the comments, please. We have an R name here. It sounds like Ronnie, or if this gentleman had a brother or someone named Ronnie around him, we could go with that. He played drums. He loved music. He loved that music scene. He did not earn a living at it yet, but he was certainly hoping to. He was of mixed race. He had dark hair and just beautiful skin and a glistening smile. He was definitely into the drug scene, and that is what caused his demise, though it could be Randy. Yes, I could go with Randy, but it was an accident. It was not on purpose. Are you claiming this person, GM? I think GM is claiming this person. Yes, I thought so. All right, we're going to call him GM. I'm not sure of their name, but it's GM415217. All right, very good, GM. You know, this gentleman who is showing me that he, always lived on the fringes of society, and by that I mean someone who didn't really fit in. So we actually would have been probably friends. I am someone who, I have eclectic friends. I love my eclectic friends. He is very much showing me that, yes. So he was saying this in a way I knew it fit somehow with you, GM. They're also showing me that though you do a very good job of fitting into society and checking those boxes that you need to check, that's not really where your heart is. Your heart is leading you somewhere else. You have been having a lot of been exploring spirituality a lot, really trying to decide what you believe. And I feel the need to tell you this, and it must be something you've been questioning. A lot of people think that you can't be a Christian. You can't believe in God or Jesus and be a psychic medium and explore spirituality. Yes, thank you for confirming that. Not true. I very much believe in Jesus. I very much believe in Jesus consciousness and God and the afterlife. I spend more of my time in the other side than I do on this side, so I very much believe in it. So don't, some people have been just feeding you all this stuff, and I'm hearing go with your own voice. You have great intuition, and when someone says something to you and your solar plexus goes off, so what I'm hearing, your body reacts a lot like mine does, GM, is what this your friend is saying. That when someone says something to you and it's not true, my body instantly kind of pushes me back. So I didn't even notice it used to do that until I started becoming a psychic medium and really started dropping into my body and paying attention to what it was saying to me. When someone says something to me, I will instantly do this. If it's not true or if it doesn't resonate with me, I instantly just pull back. So pay attention, GM, when someone says something to you that you're not sure about, they're confirming that. Very good. You're always right. I just want to tell you that. When it comes to that, you're always right. Make sure you're leaning to your intuition. They're also showing me that your crown chakra is starting to open. So GM, if you have been feeling lightheaded, kind of dizzy off and on, yes, of course, I always get checked out by the doctor, but if they're saying nothing is wrong, that can mean that you need to ground. If you are accessing and getting a lot of information through your crown chakra and you're not being grounded, it will cause you to be lightheaded, a little dizzy. It will also cause you to keep going to the kitchen and grabbing snacks because food is grounding. So just be cognizant of that and know that. Take the downloads. Crown chakra is connected to claircognizance, which is clear knowing. So just accept the information for what it is. All right. Thank you, Jim, for letting me read your friend. He was, so is it odd? Thank you. A first-time viewer from Denver. Welcome. I was just reading someone earlier today as a one-on-one who was in Denver, or who was in Colorado, not Denver, but Colorado. Okay, what was I gonna say? I was just about to say something. I got all distracted. New York in the house. Hello, hello. I just talked to someone on my live from New York. They went live with me. They lived right outside of Bronx. And I said, you know what? The Bronx, I just always think of them as being badass people. And she said they are. That's why I don't live there. I thought it was very funny. Hello, Texas. Hello, hello. All right. Let me see who we got going on here.
Are you still thinking about Reggie?
Well, you know, she said that. Okay, I have a gentleman here. My husband, my moderator. Yeah, I know he's my husband. I guess I could just call him that. He's like, are you still thinking about Reggie? Because someone had wanted me to bring up their dad, Reggie, and the person I brought up didn't fit them. So, hello, Louisiana. Hello, hello. There she is. So, let me see.
I'm still here.
I know. Poor Miss, what's her name?
Vanessa.
Vanessa. Poor Miss Vanessa. Let's see. Okay, so whenever I was like, okay, just bring me some Reggie. Vanessa, I'm very much getting that this gentleman had an illness before he passed, and it wasn't caught until late because he wouldn't go to the hospital. This gentleman was over the top hard-headed, and I feel people around him being so frustrated because he wouldn't go to the doctor. Everyone knew he was sick. Everyone knew it was worse than what he was saying, and he wouldn't go. And so it didn't, it's all men coming through today. Oh, we can get some women after this. I didn't even think about it. We can get some women after this. I'm going to tell the spirit world right now, line me up some women. Okay, so I didn't even think about that. It's also very my eye. I'm not crying, people. It's allergy season here, and my eyes are watering like crazy. Okay, so this gentleman is showing me. So does that sound like your dad, Miss Vanessa? Did he have an illness and he wouldn't go to the doctor, and people kept knowing that he was ill and they couldn't get him to go, and by the time he was pretty far. It was advanced. He still lives some time after that, but he's showing me it was advanced. He's also showing me. Okay, kind of. She said he had cancer, but he did go to the doctor. Just the fact that he passed from cancer tells me he did not go until later. Like, he knew he was sick. He knew he wasn't feeling well. But he didn't go until later. He's also showing me that he liked to watch sports on TV. He'd love to have, it looks like football, but more importantly, he loved the food. I asked him, I said, oh, you liked football? He's like, I liked football food. Meaning that he liked those snacks that we pull out on football days and eat things that we shouldn't. He's also talking about, there were some choices that he's making me feel like there was some kind of experimental, and experimental isn't the right word, but a new procedure that they tried on him. And he is very much saying that he doesn't regret it. He is showing me, experimental is not the right word, but it was kind of a new kid on the block. I myself have been trying some kind of new things on the block, and he's dropping some of those in. So they're very much FDA approved. They're very much okay, but he is showing me that they were kind of new, but he doesn't regret trying them because he was kind of out of options. He's also showing me, Vanessa, that he has visited you in your dreams. He tried a trial chemo, but the sports thing. Okay, if it doesn't fit him, who around him loves to watch sports on TV? Because he is very much showing me someone in the living room yelling at the TV, and there's a bunch of snacks around. So if it wasn't him, it's someone around him that he's trying to get me to his attention. My brother does. Okay, very good. So hang tight, Vanessa. I want to explain to everyone what just happened. So the spirit was showing me something, and Vanessa was like, yeah, part of what I said fit him about the trial chemo, that he had tried a trial experimental wasn't, but it was a trial chemo and it didn't work. But she said the sports doesn't. I was seeing it so clearly. I knew that he was trying to get my attention to someone else. And Vanessa was saying her brother is the one who watches sports and will kind of yell at the TV. You know, Vanessa, I'm getting the feeling that your brother does not believe in mediumship. It's up to you whether you pass along the message. I say don't pass along messages to people who don't believe in mediumship. I'm not here to change anyone's belief system. He is very much showing me, he wants your brother to know how proud he is of him. So either your brother and him were kind of at odds when he passed, or your brother has made some choices in his life that he's wondering if your dad would be proud of him. And your dad very much wants him to know how proud he is of him. He understands he's making his way in life. Now, Vanessa, for you, he is saying, I was like, oh, what about Vanessa? He's like, that girl always makes the right choices. So good on you, Vanessa. Your dad is very much saying that you are someone, and when I say good on you, I am talking when my dad passed, but we are now. Very good. And he's very much saying that is because of you. That you are the one who makes the right choices and goes out and tries to mend relationships. Your dad is very much saying how much he appreciates that. He's also saying, which I very much appreciate this in you, is that when you want a different outcome, you consciously change the choices that you are making. And I know that you are saying, of course I would. That's not always the same. I have so many people I know want a different outcome, but they are so in their repetition of how they're leading their life that they don't change their behavior. And your dad is very much saying how proud he is of you, that you consciously change your behavior when you want someone to, when you want a different result. He is saying, I'm going to say this one more thing and then I'll move on to something else. He is showing me, Vanessa, that there is something you've been wanting to accomplish but it would require you to step out in fear. It's outside of your comfort zone. It's something that you wouldn't normally do. And he is very much encouraging you to step out in that fear. Something to do with a job. So thank you so much Vanessa, for letting me read your dad. You can pass along the message to your brother if you feel so inclined, if you think that he would take it well. Thank you.
Everybody's claimed, so.
Yes, everyone is now claimed. We got everyone claimed. Thank you, Vanessa. And whenever your dad said that he was proud of you and I am too, very good. I am not exaggerating that, how hard it is to change your behavior to get a different outcome. We're doing psychic? I was going to bring
I
this
just
up.
said we were.
Oh.
I just said we were.
Oh.
I didn't mean I was like trying to be in charge.
No, he was trying to be in charge because I was about to bring up, there's a grandmother energy here. I was about to bring her up.
Oh, it's probably Audrey.
Is her grandmother Emma or M?
I don't want to give you more than I should. So.
Right. Don't feed the medium. That's the way it's called. Okay, we're doing some psychic now. Y'all have some psychic questions going on? Let's go. Psychic questions.
Devine, stick around.
Julie wants to know, will I get a job offer from Robert? I'm feeling Robert and Gary. I was feeling Robert no, Gary yes. So Gary must be pushing to
Do you see Lady Danielle moving to? Do you see Danielle moving to the UK within the next 2 years?
I do see you moving to the UK within the next 2 years. As you said, it was Danielle.
Danielle.
All right. Next we have Kara, Relentless Spirit.
Yep.
Do I have a date range for the interview? Okay, is Kara going to have the interview in the first 2 weeks in October? No, the last. I'm feeling the beginning of the third week in October. Okay, Kara, that was pretty specific. So now when you get your job interview, you have to message me and let me know if I was right, because that's pretty dadgum specific. And if Spirit was that good, we have to give them kudos.
When do you see Katie selling her house?
When? Is there like a range?
Soon. That's why I left that part out.
Is Katie going to sell her house soon?
Is Katie going to sell her house?
Okay, yes. Is Katie going to sell her house? Yes. Is she going to do it soon? I do not feel soon. Is it going to be this year? I'm feeling the beginning of next year, Katie. That's really not that far. I know it feels like forever, but it's only a few months.
Will Catherine get a new job by the end of this year?
Ooh, thank you for the parameters, Katie. You said Katie?
Maybe.
Is she going to get a new job by the end of this year?
Brittany. No. Yes.
Yes, I do feel. Whatever. Whoever answered that question, yes, you're going to get a new job by the end of the year. Thank y'all for all the hearts. I also appreciate y'all sharing my live. It helps me so much in the algorithms. Also, thank y'all for the birdie. I have an intro to mediumship class that's going to be opening up October 17th. Well, you can register for it now. It starts October 17th. It's on the events section of my webpage.
Do you see Devin have any more children?
I do not see you having any more children, Miss Devin.
Will I be working, Kelly, will I be working in an office setting next month?
I do see you working in an office setting next month, Kelly. Congratulations.
Well, Ashley needs surgery on her kidney.
Oh, Ashley, I do feel you having surgery. I see the surgery going well. I do. I absolutely do. But as for someone who's had a couple of surgeries, I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of that.
Is
There's not so much recovery.
Myra's husband going to be getting a better paying job?
Myra, I do not see your husband getting a better paying job. But the energy can be changed, because what I got was he has tried. I see him trying, and sometimes you get frustrated and you kind of sit back. So I think if he kept pushing, he's right on the cusp of something happening, but he's also letting his energy back up. He's been pushing and pushing and trying, and he's gotten frustrated, which rightly so, I get that. But he's right on the cusp, so he needs to keep pushing so that he pushes through that energy, and then he will. Otherwise, if he lets go at all, he's not going to get that better paying job.
I like this one. This is for Dominique. Tennessee, Vermont, or Florida?
Ooh, okay. So Dominique, Tennessee, Vermont, or Florida? I'm feeling Vermont. That feels really good. And those are so different. Well, Tennessee and Florida are close together. Vermont's really different. But
very different.
I'm feeling Vermont. Big time. Ooh, how exciting.
Will Brittany get the analyst job promotion? I'm sorry. Let's go with will I get. Will Brittany get the analyst job promotion?
Yes, Brittany, I do feel you getting the analyst job promotion. Congratulations. You are actually, I'm hearing, a kick-ass analyst. Also, I'm hearing that you need to make sure that you are, I know you don't feel comfortable selling yourself, but you know you are good, but you downplay yourself. Let's put it that way.
Melissa, will my son make the Ohio University band next year?
Yes, someone was asking, will their son make the Ohio University band next year? I do see him making it.
I assume she's talking about Ohio State.
I do see him making it. Congratulations.
Right.
It's big time. He's very gifted in music, I hear. I hear that he can play several different instruments.
Kayla, will we be moving to a farm next year?
Kayla wants to know if they will be moving to a farm next year, like in 2024. I do feel y'all moving to a farm in 2024.
Is Sherry's son going to get a scholarship?
My moderator just asked me, is Sherry's son going to get a scholarship? And I got, So that means he's going to get, I'm feeling like a partial scholarship. He's not going to get what he wanted, but he's going to get something.
Myra,
Mhm.
will I have another child?
Myra, I do feel you having another child. I do feel that. Fat baby too. I love fat babies. You can kiss all on their cheeks.
For Bree, will the nursing position I've accepted be a good fit for me?
Bree, I do feel the nursing position you just accepted being a good fit for you, but it's also a stepping stone. I'm hearing 3 years, you're going to be moving out of that onto something bigger and better. So in 3 years, when you start getting frustrated with the job, know that it's not really the job. It's just the universe telling you it's time for you to move on. But it is a good fit for now.
Lindsay, will I make it out of this dark phase?
Lindsay, I do see you making out of the dark phase. We all go through, dark phases, dark nights of the soul, whatever you want to call them. Even the other day, as much meditation as I do, as much time as I devote to love and light and really being in that vibration, I just woke up the other day and I was like not feeling life that day. And not saying that I wanted to leave the planet, but I just, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to talk to the spirits. I don't want to talk to the humans. I don't want to talk to nobody. And those are the times where it's really tough, especially when those feelings go on for days and days and days. Write, process, and release the triggers. Writing and figuring out where those feelings are coming from. And that's what it was for me. Like I had to sit down and figure out where it was coming from. And so my husband and I are going on a trip tomorrow. And so the feelings, once I sat with it and really broke it down, like where are these feelings coming from? Why am I feeling this way? I realized that I feel that way every time I leave the lower 48. Though I love visiting other countries, I'm so connected to America. I don't like leaving the lower 48. I even had that feeling when I went to Alaska. I don't like leaving the lower 48, though I love traveling. It's just one of those things. And so what I did is I traced back where that trigger came from, and then I released the trigger. From the moment that happened and I released that trigger, I just was in a better mood. I had more fun packing, which I also don't care for packing, but and I just felt much lighter and brighter about the situation. So when you can figure out where that trigger is coming from, and trace it back. I do that in my life coaching. If anyone is ever interested, I have life coaching. It's a set of 3 appointments. And I know sometimes it looks like it's far out, but if you can get your first appointment for life coaching on my calendar, at that first appointment, then I squeeze you in sooner. So just know that if you don't have to wait till through January to get all of your life coaching appointments in. I leave enough wiggle room in my calendar so that I can squeeze in life coaching people. Just like I had one today. I'll leave for a huge trip tomorrow, so today should be left for packing and all of that. But I squeezed in my life coaching people today. They get precedence on my calendar.
Dominique asked if your 15-minute reading or your 15-minute appointments reading, are they mediumship? They can do whatever they want, right?
Yeah, my 15-minute appointments, I used to they couldn't be mediumship. They were just, ask me questions. 15 minutes can be mediumship. Just know that in 15 minutes, we're probably only going to get to one spirit, sometimes 2 if they come prepared and they are quick to it. But those appointments, when that happens, I say, put your seatbelt on and let's go. You have to be ready, because I'll start machine gunning you with information, which is sometimes hard to keep up with. And I do realize that, but in 15 minutes, it's not a lot of time. I have to talk fast.
Will Shelby be pregnant by Christmas?
Shelby, are you going to be pregnant by Christmas? I'm not feeling by Christmas, but I'm feeling in January. I'm feeling shortly thereafter.
Is B going to have a child?
B, are you going to have a child? I do feel you having a child. And you are going to be a great mom. I just see this child just being the light and love of your life. I know a lot of people think their spouses or significant others are, but you're going to have a huge connection to this kid.
Is Casey and Zach going to get married?
Casey, I do feel you and Zach getting married.
Go back to mediumship.
You know, I do want to warn everyone, because anyone on here who's looking for their soulmate, wanting to get married, making sure, I want everyone to make sure you're in love with the person and not the idea of marriage. All right, we're going back to mediumship apparently. Look at my moderator just bossing me around today. What am I doing with that? All right, I'm just teasing, I don't mind. Okay, I have a spirit stepping up. It is it's a grandma energy. Okay, it's either a grandmother or a great aunt. They frequently come through in my readings with that same energy, because I thought it was going to be a grandmother, but as this person was stepping up, I heard Auntie M. So M, Emma, Emily, something like that. This lady is showing me she very much did she grow up on a farm or live on a farm? She definitely grew up on a farm. Did you live on a farm also? She very much had that farm energy to her. She grew up on a, my name is Emma. Oh my goodness. My grandma's name is Emma. My cousins called her Auntie M. Oh. Zamaya. All right. All right, Miss Zamaya, I'm going to ask you to go live. Look how beautiful you are. Look at that.
Oh, thank you. So are you. I hope you're feeling okay.
I am. Thank you. Your hair is stunning. All right. So that makes me feel so much better, because I was like, why do I get a grandmother energy, but I'm hearing Auntie M? So that makes so much sense to me. Now, this lady stepping up is very much showing me who has her recipes. She's acknowledging recipes that were passed down. Do you know who has those?
I have all of her recipe books, and she was raised on a farm, and she did live on a farm also.
Okay, very good. And you have all of her recipe books. And lived on a farm and raised on a farm. Thank you. I forgot about that. Thank you for confirming that. She is showing me that a lot of her recipes have her handwriting on them, where she has made notes or she's actually written the recipe.
Yeah.
So make sure, I'm sorry, there's some background noise. Is that coming?
I hear it.
It might be the cars going by.
Okay. Oh, thank you. She's very much showing me that there is so much energy in that. She's also telling me that she has been visiting you a lot. She comes to you claircognizantly. I don't know if you've noticed, just all of a sudden you'll get these weird drop-ins, or you'll get these weird ideas coming into your head. That is your grandmother. She's also showing me, Zamaya, have you been thinking about starting your own business? Have you been thinking about starting a business of your own?
I have my own business right now. I have a LLC, but I'm not actively working it. And she, her main thing was that I graduate, I get my license, and I do my business. But I've not been actively working it, so.
I guess what she's talking about, Samaya.
I'm assuming going back to business.
You need to start working your business, girl. So what is your LLC? What's your business?
So it's called The Skin You're In. I'm a master esthetician out here in Utah. So I do body contouring, lashes, waxing, things like that.
Where at?
My moderator wants to know where at in Utah.
I live in Clinton, Utah, but close to Salt Lake, so northern Utah.
Yeah. We were stationed there in Ogden.
Near Ogden.
Yeah, in the Ogden area.
Hill Air Force Base?
Yep. Yep. So I know exactly where Clinton was. One of my kids could dance out there. Okay, so she's very much talking about kicking that off. You could be extremely profitable, and she's taking me down this timeline of you starting kind of small, but as it grew, you actually employing people. She's also showing me like you have your own, it's a beautiful little shop that she shows me that you're in. I know that you're not in it now, but she shows me you being in a shop, and it's just really beautiful. She shows me you really being, there's some salt lamps around. There is some essential oils. You're actually selling essential oils. So are you really into essential oils? I see you being them, and I see that you are actually very gifted at, I don't know much about an esthetician, like what makes one be gifted and one not, but you just aren't about, oh, I know what she's saying. You're not just about, yes, taking care of your skin and making sure, and she keeps mentioning the word exfoliate, so you must be big on exfoliation. She keeps mentioning exfoliate. But she's also talking about from the inside out. Like you are very big on nutrition also. Does that resonate? Okay, so now are you convinced to start working your LLC?
I mean, if my grandma's coming clear from the other side to tell me, then, it's serious. I just recently lost her a year ago to an accident. I've been trying to get her guidance in the last year and a half because I've been missing it so much. So, yeah, helps a lot.
You know,
I've been, because I have a lot, so I want to make.
I want to, everyone, don't go anywhere, Zamaya. I want everyone to listen to hear what Zamaya just said, because I tease people, but I'm not really teasing when I say it. When your transition relative steps up and uses time and uses their energy to make me tell you something and give you guidance, I think you might want to give it a little bit of consideration. She's also saying, Zamaya, are you married?
I am for 18 years, yeah.
For one thing, I don't know if everyone can see Zamaya, but she does not look old enough to have been married for 18 years. She is stunning. Her skin is flawless, I just have to say. But she is talking about, okay, this is just your grandmother. There's a little bit, I can feel there's humor behind it. But recently you've been giving your husband a hard time about something, and she is saying, leave that man alone. But she's joking. It's just a sign that she is around you and she sees you kind of giving him a hard time, like kind of pestering him over something. Do you know what she's referencing?
I do. Yeah, I actually do. I've been giving him a really hard time over certain things lately, but just in a joking way. So I understand why she would come through jokingly.
Yes, she's joking. I honestly feel like right now he needs to be given a hard time, but not that
18 years of dealing with him. I mean,
right. And that's exactly what I was feeling. And just for everyone watching, her husband is not behaving badly. Anyone in a relationship knows that there are certain things that you just kind of talk about, you mention it. And before you know it, you're 18 years later and this thing you've mentioned 20,000 times, and then you're just out of patience with it. And that's what she's referencing for Zamaya is. She's acknowledging, for those of you, she's acknowledging that is the truth. So thank you so much, Zamaya, for letting me read your grandmother. I appreciate it.
thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Have a good day.
Take care. You too. Bye-bye.
So her grandmother did a really good job of, especially with that name, because I was quite confused, as a matter of fact, when I was saying, okay, I'm feeling a grandmother energy, but I'm hearing Auntie M. And so Zamaya did confirm that it was her grandmother, but her cousins called her Auntie M. Okay, so this is something I want to mention what Zamaya's grandmother said, which was so beautiful. And Zamaya said, well, if she's coming through from the other side, to say it. It's true. If your relatives, if your team on the other side is dropping synchronicities in front of you, if they're using their energy from the other side to manipulate energy on this side to drop synchronicities in front of you, or step forward and communicate through a medium, then please give them some consideration. All right, who we got next? Oh, apparently we're doing, yes, spirit guides do come through. Now on lives, I do not, thank you, Zamaya, thank you. I do not typically do a lot of animals on my lives. I don't typically do a lot of spirit guides on my lives, just because I like there to be more proof, and it's easier to do those specific ones when we're on a one-on-one. You can only make an appointment with me on my website for a one-on-one, Chrissy Godwin Psychic Medium. Don't Venmo anyone any money. Also, if you want to learn to read for yourself, I have a class starting October 17th, and it's an intro to mediumship. Come and learn to do this for yourself. I don't have a magic wand, but I can give you the steps to do, and it just takes practice. Okay. I am hearing, it feels like a mom energy stepping up. I'm hearing the name Peggy. I actually heard Peggy Sue, but if the middle name isn't fitting, then we can let that go. I'm definitely hearing Peggy, but I was actually hearing Peggy Sue. Where do we put?
Posted as you said it. My mom, Peggy.
Oh, someone posted Peggy. For the class, it's on my website under events. So if you want to register for the class, it's under my website under events. Okay, so Peggy stepping up is showing me that she was very, into skincare. It's funny because I was just talking to Samaya. So the hesitation y'all felt whenever I stopped for a moment is something we learned in class. Is this lady was telling me something that was kind of related to the last reading, and I was like, oh my goodness, am I having carryover between the two readings? So I cut the energy real quick to Samaya and her grandmother and made sure I was focusing 100% on the spirit to make sure the reading was authentic. And she's still saying the same thing. She is saying that skincare was important to her. Like more so lotion, just creams, exfoliation and creams were very important to her. She's showing me she also always wore lipstick. If she wasn't wearing a lot of other makeup, she liked lipstick. She is showing me that and she's calling it her figure. So her figure was always very important to her. She is showing me that towards the end of her life, she had an illness where she got very weak, and people even had to help her. She had a hard time swallowing. They had to help, put a straw up, ice chips. She got very weak and had a hard time swallowing. She feels like that she passed at home on hospice. I'm seeing a hospital bed, but I'm not really seeing a hospital setting. All right. She answered, said yes, my mom is Peggy. No, this isn't my mom. Okay, very good. Thank you, Marla. Everyone was trying to give this Peggy to you, and you're like, yeah, no, not my mom. Okay, so I'm hearing, thank you, everyone, for participating. I love seeing the comments flying by. Thank you. And thank you all for sharing my live and liking it. It really helps me in the algorithm. Okay, so I'm hearing a name. My mom is Penny in hospice. Okay, I can take that. I can take Penny. Does the rest of it fit, Miss Patty? Does the rest of it fit? Her figure being very important to her. she didn't use a lot of skincare, but exfoliation and creams was important to her. Even when she wasn't wearing a lot of makeup, she always had her lipstick on, and she very, very weak, drinking, like having a hard time swallowing.
Chandra also says she has a grandmother, Peggy. Red hair, all about skin nice, always dieting.
Ah, sounds like a word, Chandra here. Okay, I think we're with Chandra. Chandra just confirmed everything. The name, the skincare, always dieting. She didn't confirm the last couple of parts of it, but it's okay. Yeah, it's her grandma, Grandma Peggy. She got everything, including the name. And this is Chandra?
Chandra.
Chandra, she is very much talking about, you know what she showed me is, I was on Facebook the other day, and I saw a picture, and it was a picture of a bunch of redheads, like all these people. It was in Ireland, I think, and it was Redhead Day or Redhead whatever it was, and all these people had gathered and they had red hair. And she is showing me that she passed this legacy down, and every once in a while this red hair and like the grandkids or kids will pop up, and people always attribute it back to her. She's also talking about what a deep faith she had, and she wants you to start exploring that. And she's not talking about, she did, my son got her red hair and you're black-headed. Very good. She's talking about how handsome he is. She's very much, I knew that when you said my son, I could just feel like this whole love falling over my heart. Like she is so in love with that boy. He's a good kid. He has a very good heart, she is saying. She is also talking about, Chandra, to continue exploring your spirituality. You have been a little bit disenchanted. She's not talking religion. And she's saying that you have been kind of disenchanted with religion, but to not throw the baby out with the bathwater. There are some good things. He is so soft-hearted. He really is. Your son, like the second she was talking about what a good heart he has, I tapped him energetically, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that boy, he does. He just has like this ooey gooey heart. And she wants you to make sure that you are listening to your soul's voice, which is very odd the way she put that. She is saying, I was like, what do you mean, her soul's voice? She's talking about that you, like your son is nothing against you, Miss Chandra, but your son's a little bit more pure. You've just been on this earth a little bit longer, been a little bit more, probably cover up your heart a little bit. She is saying about losing your faith and distancing. So Chandra just confirmed that. She said she was thinking today about how she's kind of losing her faith and distancing herself. So when spirits step up and talk about things that you've been thinking about, it's a sign they are around. They're very embalmed in your life. What she is showing me, Chandra, is you kind of stepping back and reapproaching the faith. And she is very much wanting you to realize that faith is very different from religion. So this is going to shock you, what she just showed me, because she must have been a very big Bible person by the law, because she took the Bible and she just kind of tossed it. And she's not talking about completely throwing away the Bible, but she is acknowledging that she never realized how many changes had been made to the Bible. And she's showing me a book I read not too long ago called The Council of Nicaea. If anyone's ever interested, the Council of Nicaea is kind of how the Bible was originally formed. And it was just people getting together and figuring out what the Bible needed to really say. And it was about the emperor at the time trying to keep his country together. So he added and took things out of this Bible just to try to make people not go to war over little things happening in the Bible. And so your grandmother is acknowledging that she never realized so many changes had been made to the Bible, and she took it too literally. She is very much saying that you have a very good sixth sense. You have a very good solar plexus feeling for when you're reading something, because she is showing me you'll read something and hear someone preaching something and you're like, that don't sound right. And she's saying, she acknowledges it does not sound right. She's also saying, and I'm about to say the M word to you, no one likes the M word, to up your meditation game. You thought I was going to say something bad, didn't you? People just don't like meditation. There's absolutely no better way to quiet your mind and tap into the other side and hear what your relatives have to say to you outside of meditation. That is the best way. Thank you, Chandra, for claiming your grandmother. I appreciate it. She did an excellent job. And she's saying take care of her boy. And by her boy, she means your son. Okay, someone said on here, they cannot meditate. Everyone can. It's just according to how you do it. You have to find a way that works for you. And even I have trained people, even with ADHD, to meditate. There's a couple of different ways. You can do a walking meditation. You're welcome, Chandra. Walking meditation is you are very mindful of your body and your surroundings as you're walking. And what is his name? Joe Dispenza actually has some on YouTube that are free, that are walking meditations that kind of guide you along with that. Stanford University did a study, and it was proven that even 3 minutes of meditation can change the way your brain is wired. So if you can even handle sitting for 3 or 5 minutes, and I know it's tough because, yes, I was that person, use a guided meditation that can be helpful, or use some kind of megahertz. Even now, though I can sit in meditation for an hour, it's very helpful if I just have megahertz playing. All right. I want to thank everyone for joining me. I will not be Venmoing or asking anyone to Venmo me any money, so please do not Venmo anyone any money. You love brown noise. Yeah, Matthew Tao on here. If anyone doesn't know Matthew, go give him a follow. Very sweet guy. Brown noise is also very helpful. I do have to have megahertz or brown noise, something playing in the background. I have a class coming up October 17th. It's Intro to Mediumship. So if you want to learn to read for yourself, if you want to learn to get messages from your loved ones, or even read for other people, come and join us. The classes are recorded, and just in case you can't make it. And I will be giving y'all updates from where we are headed. There'll be a surprise, but it's not in the lower 48, as y'all heard me with my diatribe earlier. Oh, thank you. Someone who's been around for a while. Y'all know my favorites are those lights. I still will be posting. I don't think I will be going live. Thank you, Kara. I don't think I'll be going live while I'm gone, but I will still be posting, keeping y'all updated and doing all those fun things. So follow, come travel along with me. Y'all have a great week.